Hi, I'm Sue Trazo. I just wanted to welcome you back to my gardens. Dave was here 2 weeks ago, and we thought maybe it would be fun to have him back and see how everything's come along since then. There's a whole lot more color, so I hope you enjoy this one. This is right outside the front door, and the last time Dave was here, I don't believe any of these were blooming, but they had a lot of buds like this. This is a lilac clematis, a large leaf clematis, and as you can see, it has really come a long way since 2 weeks ago. It's one of my favorite types of plants because it kind of does its own thing. You don't really have to bother too much with it. And right underneath it, I have a columbine, which I have them kind of everywhere too. But it's a good color combination. So that's why it's here. I have another clematis in here that's a different color. And it's a deeper color, but it's further into the shade. So it takes a little longer to bloom. And we have an iris right here, a bearded iris that was blooming or wasn't blooming at the time 2 weeks ago. But as you can see, there's going to be some more buds coming out. And I think this is a beautiful color. Okay, this is another type of clematis. All of these clematises should be in full sun with shaded roots. That's the way they grow best. This one and the darker one that we just saw, they're not really in full sun anymore because the trees have grown a lot since they've been put in. But I really don't want to move them because I like having them right by the front door. And this one, as you can see, is a different color. It's a deeper purple. And I just think the plant looks nice here, so I'm not willing to try to move it or anything. But if you're starting from scratch, I'd advise you to put them in full sun and plant something around the roots, so that the roots are in shade. Okay, this is a rhododendron that's pretty much in full shade. It's under a big oak tree. It wasn't in bloom at all 2 weeks ago, but as you can see, it's blooming now. Most of them haven't completely opened, but they will open. It's just that they take longer because they don't get any direct sun. As we go through the yard, you'll see a couple other bushes that are actually in the sun, and you can see the difference in the bloom time. This little area here, we talked about this last time. This is called a silver dollar plant or a money plant. It probably has about 6 or 7 different names, but these were from my dad's garden, and they're a perennial. They'll come back every year. They reseed, and they actually bloom in the second year. But as you can see, this year, these ones they've already bloomed, and they are forming the seed pods now. The seed pods are what turn a silver, and when you rub them between your fingers, you'll release the seeds, and you can go ahead and plant them. But right now, you can actually see the little seeds forming inside of them. Here we are in front of the Miss Kim lilac. Last time, this bridal wreath was blooming. It had white flowers, and as you can see, it's done now. The lilac was just ready to bloom. It's been in bloom now for about a week and a half, and it smells amazing. Standing right here, it's probably got another 4 or 5 days to go, and then they'll start turning brown and fall off. And it will make me sad, but I know they'll be back next year. It's probably one of the nicest smells in the garden. I think it makes a nice backdrop. It's a nice color, and it kind of is framed by the Japanese maples. It's a nice little spot in the yard. Okay, these are columbines. They are a very prolific spreader. They shoot out a lot of seeds, but they weren't in bloom the last time you were here. So I just wanted you to see what they look like when they are in bloom. I have pink ones here, and we'll see in a minute. I have a stand of purple ones also. They're so easy to grow. They'll grow really in sun or shade, and they pretty much grow in any kind of soil. I think they're beautiful flowers, and I never had any trouble with them, so I keep growing them every year. However, if you don't spray them, they will get eaten. This is the rhododendron that's in full sun most of the day, and you could see the difference in the bloom. More of them are open, and it is a brighter color. Again, they'll grow, they are considered a shade plant, but they will grow in the sun. And they're another thing where as long as the roots have some shade, I think they actually do better in the sun. And on this side of me are my poppies, my orange poppies. They are also perennials. They'll come up, they have tons of seeds. They will reseed easily, and I look forward to them opening every year. Neither of these two were blooming 2 weeks ago, and you can see the difference now. Okay, this is almost an understory plant. It's kind of under our deck. The reason this lilac is here is I decided to take a transplant cutting from that one and move it here so that when we're sitting up on the deck we can smell the lilacs. This one came up really well. It was very small, and it's probably about, I'd say 6 years, 5 or 6 years since I moved it. So it's doing really well here now. The soil stays moist in here because it doesn't get, there's a lot of stuff keeping it moist. So I think it's a perfect spot for it, and we really enjoy when we're sitting up on the deck. Here we are on our deck. This is my husband, Bill.
Hello.
He actually takes care of all the green stuff. He mows the lawn and trims the forsythia hedges, does a lot of the heavy work, and then we come up here and relax with our fountain, just sitting on the deck. And then we want to show you what a nice view we have from up here, why we enjoy sitting on our deck. And this is the view I see every morning. We come out on the deck, usually have coffee out here. This is the view that I like to see. I can see all the different colors that are in the yard. I can kind of tell from up here if something new is blooming, and then I can go down and take a closer look. This honestly, to me, is like a little piece of heaven. I enjoy just seeing the results of it. The yard is nice and manicured now, and it just makes me feel good being up here.